No matter who your favorite superhero may be, I think it's fair to say that hands down, Batman has the best rogues gallery in the entire comic book universe. All in agreement? Okay, good talk. In all seriousness, Batman's rogues gallery features a captivating mix of iconic villains, each with their own twisted motivations and unique abilities. Some of these bad guys are lesser known, yet more sinister than others. With that said, let's delve into the 10 most heinous and underrated adversaries that have plagued Gotham City and literally kept Bruce Wayne up at night. Professor Pyg, also known as Laszlo Valentine, is a deranged scientist who performs grotesque surgeries on his victims, turning them into mindless, doll-like minions he calls Dollatrons. His obsession with perfection and conformity drives him to commit heinous acts of mutilation and brainwashing. Pyg's disturbing methods and twisted sense of aesthetic make him one of the most unsettling villains in Batman's rogues gallery. Arnold Wesker is a timid and mentally unstable ventriloquist who becomes the criminal mastermind known as the ventriloquist. He uses his dummy, Scarface, as a conduit for his violent and sociopathic tendencies. The ventriloquist's dual personality and reliance on a puppet as his criminal alter ego make him a uniquely disturbing villain. Victor Zsasz is a serial killer who carves tally marks into his own body for each of his victims. His nihilistic worldview and complete lack of empathy make him a chilling adversary for Batman. Zsasz's indiscriminate murders and obsession with death showcase the darkest aspects of human nature. He's also one of the coolest characters on Fox's Gotham TV series, where he was portrayed by actor Anthony Carrigan. The Dollmaker, also known as Barton Mathis, is a sadistic and cannibalistic villain who uses human flesh to create an army of grotesque dolls. His macabre creations and gruesome methods reflect his depraved psyche. The Dollmaker's willingness to prey on innocent victims and his disregard for human life in general make him a truly vile antagonist. Professor Hugo Strange is a brilliant psychologist and scientist who becomes obsessed with Batman and seeks to destroy him. His use of psychological manipulation and his ability to exploit the weaknesses of his victims make him a formidable adversary. Strange's cold and calculating nature, combined with his ruthless pursuit of power, mark him as a deeply disturbing villain. Jarvis Tetch, better known as the Mad Hatter, is a delusional villain who is obsessed with Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland and uses mind control technology to manipulate his victims. His warped sense of reality and his penchant for mind-altering substances make him a dangerous foe. The Mad Hatter's fixation on fantasy and his disregard for the consequences of his actions make him a deeply unsettling antagonist. Do not buy magic mushrooms from this guy. Julian Day, or the Calendar Man, is a criminal who commits crimes based on holidays and special occasions, using the calendar as his inspiration. Simple and straightforward, his obsession with dates and anniversaries reflects his fractured psyche and unrelenting desire for attention. Calendar Man's unpredictable nature and his ability to exploit the passage of time make him a formidable opponent for Batman. Anarchy is a vigilante who seeks to overthrow corrupt governments and institutions through acts of terrorism and sabotage. His anarchic philosophy and his willingness to use violence to achieve his goals make him one of Batman's most dangerous adversaries. What's interesting is the fact that Anarchy's radical ideology and his belief in chaos as a means of achieving justice also make him a compelling and morally ambiguous villain, not unlike the heroic Bruce Wayne. Cornelius Stirk, who sometimes goes by Corn, is a cannibalistic serial killer who preys on his victims' fears, using hallucinogenic drugs to induce terrifying hallucinations before consuming their flesh. He's essentially the Scarecrow on meth. Lots and lots of meth. His sadistic methods and his ability to exploit his victims' deepest phobias make him a truly terrifying adversary. Stirk's depravity and utter disregard for human life poses problems for just about anyone who might taste good with a dash of salt. Otis Flanagan, or the Rat Catcher, is a deranged criminal who controls an army of rats and uses them to carry out his crimes. His squalid appearance and his affinity for vermin make him a rather repulsive villain. The Rat Catcher's ability to manipulate and control his rodent minions, combined with his disregard for hygiene and sanitation, make him a uniquely grotesque antagonist in Batman's rogues gallery. These villains, whether iconic or lesser known, contribute to the rich tapestry of Batman's world. Their complexities, motivations, and twisted actions continue to captivate fans and keep Gotham City on edge. If you want to explore more about these characters, I recommend checking out the comics and animated adaptations as they offer even deeper insights into the dark personas. Feel free to drop suggestions for similar list-style videos in the comments. And if you'd like to support the channel further, please consider leaving us a donation on Ko-Fi. Your support goes towards better resources. It'll help us unlock better stock photos and footage, and ultimately create better content, which is always our ultimate goal. Of course, it costs nothing to subscribe, like and leave a comment. It is all very much appreciated. Until next time.